we will be having our Pastor Coleman's 16th anniversary. There will be a morning service and an afternoon service. Two services. Reverend Chapman and Penn Memorial will be here for the afternoon service. There will be food in between, so please come out and show your love. We will have a box for love gifts for our pastor. We're asking the men to please bring water and the women to bring desserts. Also today at 3:30, Grimes is having their Stores Day program, if anybody's interested in attending to that. The Town Watch is hosting their next meet and greet to introduce and welcome their newest police officers to the community. That's on November 14th at 7 to 8:30 p.m. here at Bethel. They're combining this event with coffee and cop time with a veteran officer. It's like coffee and chat with our veteran police officers, where they'll be able to answer any questions that we have. We are all welcome to come out and to attend. And there's more information on this to follow as well. Bethel Baptist Youth Christmas Party, Saturday, November 30th, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Here, we're going to have arts and craft, games, music, and food that's sponsored by our education ministry, youth choir, and the Kids of the Kingdom. Wings of Victory Outreach is presenting their 6th annual dinner and jazz to support the homeless at Spring Hollow Golf Course on Schuylkill Road in Spring City. That's Saturday, November 9th from 5 to 9 p.m. There'll be a buffet. Their dress has the evening attire. Their keynote speaker will be Representative Joseph Christie. They're honoring our youth groups, and the tickets for that is $50 a person. This should be hanging up down in the bulletin if there's anybody interested in that information. Friendship Baptist Church on Walnut Street in Pottstown with Reverend James E. Williams as their pastor. On Sunday, November 10th, Friendship Baptist Church will be celebrating their 21st pastoral anniversary of Reverend James E. Williams and Sister Dolores Williams. Minister Robert Butler of Second Baptist Church, Pottstown, will be the guest preacher for the 11 a.m. service. Reverend Frederick Hicks, pastor of Enon Baptist Church of West Grove, PA, will be the guest preacher for the 3:30 service. We hope that you are able to attend these services or able to send a representative. PAX is having the 13th annual Empty Bowls. Please join us for a simple meal of soup and bread to help fight hunger in our community. Friday, November 1st from 4:30 to 7:30 at the Tech School here in Charlestown Road in Phoenixville. The prices will be $25, dine-in or take-out. If anybody needs any more information, they're asking for you to contact PAX. I would like to ask Sister Burton to come up for our Black History moment.
Good morning, church. Before the Black History moment, I would like to make one correction. For Pastor's anniversary next week, we're asking the men to make a donation for drinks, for sodas or water or whatever. Thank you. Today is our fourth Sunday Black History moment. And today, the person is always enthusiastic about doing this. He asked me about 8 Sundays before, can he do it? He's very active in the church. He's an usher. He helps with the youth choir. Please Michael Hill.
Morning, GPs. I didn't call nobody name. I didn't say no man, did I? Okay. You have a paper going around with 3 men on it. Has anybody ever heard of a nearest? Have anybody ever heard of or seen Nathan Nearest Green? Okay. Okay. The other 2 men sitting with him, the man in the black. Everybody know this man. He's Jack Daniels, whiskey man. Okay. Then the other man that's sitting with him, he's Dan Carl. He's a preacher, a former slave owner, and he owns a still. Okay. Okay. It goes like this. It's hard to argue that Jack Daniels has become the most famous brand of whiskey in the world. However, this may have never happened without the work of a black slave named Nathan Nearest Green. While he was a key figure in forming the Jack Daniels brand, Nearest Green story has only become known outside of Lynchburg, Tennessee recently. Born a slave around the early 1820s, Nearest Green, spelled incorrectly by the census as Nearis Green, is to believe to have lived in Tennessee throughout his life. In the 1850s, he was purchased by slave owner Dan Carl to work on his residence. Jack Daniels, a young neighbor, would do chores for Carl and took an interest in whiskey distilling. Green's partnership with Jack Daniels began when Carl and Daniel worked on his farm to learn from Green during this time. Daniel was essentially Green's apprentice as they worked together alongside each other at Carl's residence. Whiskey distilling was an arduous and labor-intensive process, and Daniel was said to have spent many days learning from Green, who was a master in this craft. After the Civil War ended in 1865, Green was given his freedom, and he went to work distilling full-time partnership with Jack Daniels. When Daniels moved to create a new distillery, Green did not follow along. Despite Nearest not joining Jack Daniels at the new distillery in Lynchburg, Tennessee, his sons George, Eddie, and Eli Green all would go along. This would lead to a longtime Green descendants being involved with Jack Daniels Company. Records show that the family worked alongside each other for generations. These descendants include Green's grandchildren, all the way to his great-great-granddaughter, still working in the whiskey industry today. In 2016, an author and real estate inventor named Fawn Weaver moved to Lynchburg to document Green's life. Throughout her work, she collected almost 10,000 documents and artifacts detailing a professional relationship between Jack Daniels and Nearest Green. Weaver would also purchase the farm where she found that Daniels and Green had begun distilling in the mid-1800s. Weaver formed a Nearest Green Legacy Scholarship. To continue to preserve Green's legacy, Weaver donated many of the documents to an artifact she found to the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C., and has been working to create a memorial park in his honor near Jack Daniels Distillery in Lynchburg. After Green's story became better known, Jack Daniels brand also made an effort to honor Green's legacy with their president and CEO, Mark I. Collins, stating that it's absolutely critical the story of Nearest gets added to the Jack Daniels story. Check this out. While the company decided against putting Green's name on any of their whiskeys, they allowed Green to create his own whiskey called Uncle Nearest 1856. The company also added green story to the tour script of their distillery and placed a picture of Daniels next to either Green or one of his sons in their corporate hall of fame. Also, now that we know that after Americans put Jack Daniels on the map, like we don't go out and celebrate it, because you know how we are. We're let's say creatures of habit. You know, some habits say like, I'm ready to break his big toe, we're ready to celebrate. You know, and so now everybody know that Jack Daniels, he was behind. Jack Daniels became on the map behind Nathan Year's Green. Thank you.
I have two more announcements from Sister Shackelford and Sister Doreen Bearden. You guys can come up.
Good morning, church. I just wanted to remind you that next Saturday, coming Saturday, 2nd of November, the Diversity in Action in Phoenixville High School are hosting their annual Multicultural Day. Now, we've had this for, I don't remember, quite a few years now. How many years it's been? It's been quite a few years, but for some reason, it does not seem to me personally that we are represented as well as we could be. I'm asking that you come, it's $7, and that $7 will give you a passport in which you can sample foods all over the world that were all donated by restaurants in and around the Phoenixville area. That will be at the middle school, 2 o'clock p.m. through 5 o'clock. There will be multicultural food sampling. There will be multicultural entertainment. There will be personal, private children's entertainment. They ask, but it's not necessary, that you dress up in the garb of your nationality if possible. If not, just come. It would be very nice to see a larger multicultural group at the high school, at the middle school, if you can attend. I'd appreciate it. With that,
good morning, everyone. Would all the members of the Pastor's Aid please stand? I'm here representing the Pastor's Aid this morning. As you know, next week is Pastor Coleman's 16th anniversary. 16 years is a long time, and it is a rough job to minister to a church and care for everybody's needs. I sometimes think of it as a puzzle. Every time somebody gets hurt, somebody dies, bad things happen, a piece of that puzzle comes out. So it's our responsibility as a church to build him up and hold him together, and that's what we do in the Pastor's Aid, as well as all the members of the church. So next week, we're asking that everyone come out for both services. Typically, hear about that we've kept it to one service when we have special events, but one of the reasons we're having 2 events is because his former church and church leaders at Penn Memorial really want to come, not just the minister, but all of the members too, to represent him and be here for that day. So we're asking that our members come out too for 2 events. We'll feed your spirit in the morning, feed your belly in the middle, and feed your spirit again in the afternoon. And also, we're asking that the men see Sister Carmita with donations for waters, and any women to please bake desserts. And also next week, we will have a gift box for anyone who wants to give a love gift to the pastor for all the hard work that he does, and also for all the ministers as well, all the ministry groups. So God bless everyone. God bless and thank you, Pastor Coleman, and we hope to see you next week for 2 services. Thank you.
I have one more letter for you. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, and his love endures forever. Let them give thanks to the Lord for his unfailing love and his wonderful deeds for mankind, for his satisfies the thirst and fills the hungry with good things. Dear Pastor Coleman and congregation, this letter serves as a personal note to each and all to express my love and my heartfelt gratitude for the outpouring of love, prayers, support, and contributions during my twin sister's sickness and her untimely death. It is a church like Bethel that makes the load to carry a little much easier. As I continue to seek God for strength, I would ask the church as a whole to continue to pray and bear with me as God restores part of me that has now gone. May God ever so much bless each of you with his peace and tender love, and may his countenance continue to shine upon your hearts forever. In Christ, Reverend Marlene Wood. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to come before you. I'm going to pass the service back over to the pulpit. I had it, Pastor Coleman. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Shalani. Let's keep all of our announcements in mind and continue to govern ourselves accordingly. It's good to be back. I was away for 2 weeks, just resting up, and so I am appreciative of everything that has continued to transpire in my absence. And I want to thank Reverend Darrell Smith. Amen. For preaching not once but twice. Twice, he preached twice. And I feel the pulpit is still warm. I heard he did a fantastic job in preaching, and we are grateful for the addition of Reverend Darrell Smith and his family to our congregation. And it is always good to be able to see him. He is a wonderful addition. Amen? Amen. He goes to establish his we thank God for his preaching years. We thank God for his dedication and commitment as a man of God. And we're just blessed to have him here. So Reverend Darrell Smith, thank you so much for assisting the ministry of Bethel Baptist Church and assisting the pastor in his absence. I want to thank you so much for that. We want to also thank Brother Michael Hill for that last presentation. Nathan Green, his name would be Nathan, wouldn't it? But it goes to show that in every area of life in America, that black people have made some kind of contribution. Amen? Some contributions, okay, let me leave that alone. But we need to understand that one of the things we need to understand is that the breadth of contributions that black people have made to our society. And again, it's not just a contribution for black people, it's a contribution that is for all people. And once we can understand that when a specific group makes a contribution, it's a contribution for everybody. And so that's why we need to honor the stories. That's why we need to honor the past, and we need to honor the history. And so I'm so glad that Sister Trustee N. Carmita Burton, who coordinates our Black History Moment, and Sister Alice Ingram, who is president of our education ministry here at the church, thought it not robbery to make sure that we have a reminder of what's going on with regard to our history. Because if you forget the history, then you don't know what to do in the future. And we're going through some pretty turbulent time right now, so we need to remember those things and those people who have brought us thus far along the way. Amen? Amen. Amen. I want to ask that you continue to pray for a couple of folks. Sister Patricia Lattimore, we know that she traveled to Ohio. Her brother, George Claytor, passed, and so we want to continue to pray for Sister Patricia Lattimore and her husband. I got a call last night from Brother Kevin Henry. Brother Kevin Henry lost his 27-year-old daughter. So we want to keep Brother Kevin Henry in our prayers, as well as his family during this time. My former neighbor's mother came here last Sunday, and she had surgery. And I wasn't here, but she called me and told me about the wonderful hospitality and prayer that she received here at Bethel Baptist Church. And that is what warms my heart. When I'm not here, and somebody who's not a member of the church, who's going through surgery. She had heart surgery. I went to see her the other day, heart surgery. She came to the church to ask for prayer, and Bethel Baptist Church put their arms around her. You didn't hardly know her, but you put her, I know her, but you didn't know her. You put your arms around her and you prayed for her. And she told me to tell you she's very, very grateful for the prayers of Bethel Baptist Church. And I am proud of a church that can reach out in prayer to somebody that they hardly know, that doesn't come here every Sunday, but you still reached out and you made a difference in her life. So thank you, Bethel Baptist Church. And Sister Sandra Atwell thanks you also. We want to continue to keep in prayer Sister Brandy Grove, Reverend Rashad Grove's wife. She's recovering from some sickness, and so we want to continue to keep her in prayer. I'm not sure Bishop Everett Debney from Invictus Ministries in Pottstown. I'm not sure what his situation is right now, but I know he was in the hospital several weeks ago. He's still in the hospital? So we want to continue to pray for Bishop Everett Debney, who is the pastor of Invictus Ministries in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Look out and see Sister Brenda Glass. Sister Brenda. Good to see her back. And look out and see Deaconess Jenny Billups. Amen. Both of them are recovering. And so we just thank God for them. And we want to continue to be a church that is characterized by prayer so that people will know that God is still working. Amen? Amen. On a personal note, I want you to keep my family in prayer. My cousin, Karen Woodall, lost her husband, Kenny. He passed away this past Thursday. And so I just ask that you keep the Woodall family in your prayers. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to be back. Good to see you. I'm glad I had a chance to rest, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm raring to go. God bless you. God bless you.
Praise God. Let us worship the